Have you ever gotten to the end of a long, busy week and felt like you didn't actually accomplish anything important? You were constantly putting out fires, answering emails, and just trying to keep your head above water. But the things that truly move the needle, the big projects, the personal goals, they all got pushed to next week. Well, what if I told you that in just 60 minutes, once a week, you could completely change that dynamic? You could end every week feeling accomplished and start every new week with absolute clarity and focus. That's what we're talking about today, building your weekly operating system. This isn't just another piece of productivity advice, it's a complete, repeatable system designed to transform your weeks from reactive chaos to proactive control. So, grab a coffee, and let's dive into the 60-minute weekly reset that will revolutionize how you work and live. First, let's understand why this is so critical. Most of us operate on a daily to-do list. We wake up, see what's on fire, and we react. The problem is, this keeps us stuck in the urgent, but not necessarily the important. We're so busy dealing with the day-to-day that we lose sight of the bigger picture. A weekly operating system lifts you out of that daily grind. It gives you a bird's-eye view, allowing you to intentionally design your week around your most important priorities, not just your inbox. Think of it like this. A daily to-do list is like navigating a city street by street. A weekly plan is like looking at the entire city map before you even leave the house. You know the destination, you know the best route, and you can anticipate the roadblocks. This shift from daily reactivity to weekly proactivity is the single biggest key to making consistent, meaningful progress on your goals. So, what does this 60-minute ritual actually look like? I call it the weekly reset, and I personally do this every Sunday evening. It's my non-negotiable appointment with myself to set my week up for success. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a step-by-step template you can use, both as a PDF and a Notion template, so you can start this immediately. The ritual is broken down into 4 simple, powerful parts. Let's walk through each one. Part 1, which takes about 10 minutes, is the wins and lessons review. Before you even think about the future, you need to properly close out the past. Open up your calendar and your notes from the week that just ended. Ask yourself 2 questions. What were my biggest wins this week? And what were the biggest lessons I learned? A win doesn't have to be a massive achievement. It could be finishing a difficult task, having a great conversation, or even just sticking to your workout routine. Acknowledging your wins builds momentum and confidence. Then, you reflect on the lessons. Where did things go off track? What challenges came up? What could you do differently? This isn't about beating yourself up, it's about extracting valuable insights. Maybe you learned that scheduling deep work in the afternoon is a bad idea for you, or that a certain project needs more buffer time. Documenting these lessons is how you get smarter every single week. Once you've reviewed the past, it's time for part 2, the brain dump and triage. This should take you around 15 minutes. Get a blank piece of paper or a new digital note. For the next 10 minutes, write down everything that's on your mind. Every task, every idea, every worry, every I need to remember too, that's floating around in your head. Personal stuff, work stuff, big projects, tiny errands, get it all out. This process alone is incredibly therapeutic. It clears your mental RAM, reducing that feeling of being overwhelmed. Once your brain is empty, spend the next 5 minutes triaging this list. Go through each item and ask, can I delete this? Is this actually important? Can I delegate this to someone else? Or do I need to do this? This simple triage will often cut your list down significantly, leaving you with a much clearer picture of what actually requires your attention. Now we move into the most strategic part of the process. Part 3. The high-leverage focus and weekly plan. This is where you'll spend about 20 minutes. Look at your triaged list and your bigger goals. Ask yourself the magic question, what is the one thing I can do this week that will make everything else easier or irrelevant? This isn't about finding the easiest task. It's about identifying the highest leverage activity, the domino that will knock over other dominoes. This becomes your #1 priority for the week. It could be drafting the proposal for a new client, outlining a chapter of your book, or having a critical conversation with a team member. Once you have your one high-leverage focus, you start building your week around it. Open your calendar and block out non-negotiable time to work on this priority. Treat these blocks like you would a doctor's appointment. They are sacred. Then, take the other important, but less critical, tasks from your brain dump and schedule them into the open slots in your week. Don't just make a list. Give your tasks a home on your calendar. The final 15 minutes are for part 4, calendar alignment and system sync. This is where you bring it all together. Do a final scan of your calendar for the upcoming week. Have you accounted for all your appointments and meetings? Have you blocked out time for your high-leverage focus? Is there buffer time between meetings? Have you scheduled personal time, like workouts, family dinners, or time to relax? A week designed for success includes time for rest and recovery, not just work. Your calendar should reflect a realistic, balanced week, not a fantasy wish list. During this time, you also sync your systems. If you use a project management tool, update it. If you have a physical planner, write in your key appointments. The goal is to have one single source of truth for your week, so you're not constantly switching between different apps and notebooks trying to figure out what's next. Your calendar becomes your command center. And that's it. That's the 60-minute weekly operating system. Review your wins and lessons. Do a brain dump and triage. Identify your one high-leverage focus and plan your week. And finally, align your calendar. Imagine starting every Monday morning knowing exactly what your biggest priority is, with time already blocked out to do it. Imagine ending every week looking back at concrete progress, not just a blur of busyness. This isn't a theory, it's a practical system. To make it even easier for you, I've created a free template for this entire process. You can download it as a printable PDF or duplicate it into your own Notion workspace. The link is right down in the description below. Stop letting your weeks happen to you and start designing them with intention. This 1-hour ritual will pay you back tenfold in focus, productivity, and peace of mind. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this system helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And for more practical systems to level up your life and work, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Give the weekly reset a try this Sunday and let me know in the comments how it goes. I'd love to hear about your experience. Now go out there and design your best week. See you next time.